turn the dehumidifier up a bit, and please pull up. Second one in a row, come on. I haven't stopped. See, this is ridiculous. You get weighed, right? Oh, actually, come to think of it. I suppose they wouldn't know if I've stopped or not, would they?
Finding new route.
So yeah, okay, I can see how that makes sense. But surely in this day and age you can get a system, or at least they go, right, we weighed this person here, it wasn't over the limit, this is his destination, you get the destination they're going to, this is the destination, and they go, right, okay, so between here and there there's 10 more weighing stations, we'll get them to stop every fourth one. And you think, well, you know, well, actually no. Now think about it, because the other thing there is too, if you start realising that as a truck driver, that's the pattern, then you can organise picking up something just after the weigh station that you weighed and drop it off just before the fourth one. So, yeah, okay. I take all that back. All that momentum for nothing. You're going to let me in? How about if I just... Thanks, mate. Come on, there's got to be a fuel station. It's America, it's huge. You're going to need a lot of fuel stations to get from one place to another. I know I'm running out of fuel. We've sort of discussed that. Now hopefully the sound's okay with the trucks and everything else. It seems to have got a bit louder. Wonder why that is. I noticed that yesterday with ATS it was a bit louder, because the level apparently is the same level as I am, or maybe I'll just turn it down a bit. Oh, not looking at what I'm doing. Actually, there's another way I can turn it down a bit. Actually, I'll do all that once we get to a petrol station. Fill up with diesel, have a sleep. I'll go turn myself a heater on because it's just icy. Here we go. Turn up the dehumidifier. And hopefully this does have a... Looks like it does. Whoops, going the wrong way. This way. That's it. No, that's a truck stopping up. I might as well leave it up because we're going into bumper view as I normally do.
Find a new route.
After a sleep.
Go straight.
What gear we got? 7th. Okay, I need to change that down. We'll go 5th at the moment because I'm still rolling. Yeah, so if anyone is watching, it's up to you obviously, but if you'd be so kind to let me know how the sound is, game sound compared to my voice.
Recomputing. When possible, make a U-turn.
Not when possible. Hopefully I've straightened that so I can get these through. Oh, that'll be a bit interesting. Alright, handbrake, engine, fill her up, mate. Boss is paying for it, the company. Do, 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 do. Oh, there we go. I should straighten up before we get there, eh? Yes, I know the fuel expense was covered by my employee. So he should. Doesn't pay me enough to pay for his diesel. Right, where's his stop for trucks? Well, I can just drive straight into.
Stay right, and then turn
Are
right.
you kidding me? Are you all like that? Oh, well, there we go. Seriously? Yes, seriously. I can't. Spend all the time with that. And I'm freezing. I need to get a heater on. So we're gonna park our butts right here and kip down for the night. So, as I said, oh, what happened here? Hang on. Let's try that again. There we go. So yeah, what I'll do is I'll quickly put the intermission screen on and do this as quickly because I don't want to lose too much time with the ATS considering how far we are ahead with ETS. So I'll be back as quick smart. Right, let's get going. Heater's on. Turn the dehumidifier up, but it hasn't started. And turn the sound out a little bit. Can I get through there, or are you going to make me... Oh, you're going to make me reverse, are you, with these things? Oh, jeez, I'm not good with these. At all. I'm going to make an absolute mess of this. Oh, an absolute mess with this. Look at it, I'm doing it already. Am I going to be able to... Oh. Let's pretend that didn't happen, and we didn't see that. Can I do a U-turn? U-turn, are you nuts? I don't get why the steering's so light. Oh, right, okay. I wonder what that noise was. Okay, so good news, the dehumidifier ain't coming through. Now we're looking, how we're looking. Oh, we're looking straighten up. Damn. Told ya. Not good with these. I needed to go a lot wider, damn it. This is annoying. No matter what I do to try and catch up with ETS, something happens. I've made it worse. I have made it worse. Now that truck right there, if I can get past, straighten up, straighten up, straighten up. Oh, oh. Just out of curiosity. Oh no, good, we didn't do any damage apparently. Realism. Let's ignore that, eh, are we? cut that even out of the YouTube. No, no, I won't. How am I deny anyone who wants to have a go at me for not being realistic, like it actually has a life-threatening change if I did or didn't? We all know there's people like that on the internet, come on. I know, more tweaking, but geez, that thing's loud, I'll tell you what. Better work. Oh, that water on my windows better get off the condensation. Now, I'll put this back up to normal. There, and then we're going to go into here and just turn the engine sound down a bit. Engine volume. Turn that down a little bit more, hopefully that'll fix it a bit. And everything will be fine. Voice now, oh, I can turn that up. Heck yeah, please do. No, let's give that a go. Okay, that's definitely brought it down below the levels, which is what I wanted. That's when I changed the bumper view, which I'm going to do right now actually. I just need to change it. Give that a go. Oh, let's get the heck out of here, eh? Yeah, that looks good to me. Those levels. Need to go wide. I've got tandems. Good news is I still get to hear the sound, the roar and the thud of the engine. This is the main reason I go into this view, and that and the fact I can see more of the scenery. If you did hear a big bang then, that wasn't me crashing into someone, that was me dehumidifier switching off. Did you say? Oh, that was free. Which is always good getting something free, but it's better when you get something free that works properly. It's definitely not staying on for long. The good news, we've still got a speed limit of 65 mile an hour. The main problem is I can't see the rev counter, and I'm used to, because I played ATS a lot more than ATS. I get used to what speed I need to change, because I know that's where what the revs are at that speed. So when I go into this view, it's easier for me because I know exactly, and I can go into that. But I don't with this, especially with the different, well, especially when I don't have a truck where I can actually get used to doing that. It's got the same gearbox and everything. These ones I'm in different trucks, different gearboxes. We've got 12 hours to get there. No, we'll do it. We should have enough diesel. We definitely won't need another sleep. Oh, hey, what are you slowing down for? What's the brake check for there, mate? You and your whatever that is. That looks like a mini. That looks like a Datsun. No, Datsun Utes, or pickups as you guys call them in America. Oh, I think actually in most places. Ontario, isn't Ontario in... Of course there'd be multiple Ontarios. Of course there's going to be lots of names of places around the place that are in different countries as well. In fact, I've only ever seen one really in America that we have here. Oh, let's see, that was flying, that car. Hey, Doc. Marty, Doc, wait up. Yeah, anyone seen the old Back to the Future 2, we'll get that one. Or even one actually at the end of it. Yeah, so, which you guys call Albany, as in like it's spelled A-L-L, Albany. We call it Albany. Only because it's got 1 hour, so we just like, well, let's call someone Al. The name Al is A-L, isn't it? Not A-L-L. Anyway. Point is, when you say it, you know exactly what you're talking about, and that's the whole point of language, isn't it? People get a bit over the top on the correct way of saying something. But I mean, why pull someone up on it when you know exactly what they mean? So we've got other things to worry about and use our brain energy on than just picking people out for something that you knew exactly what they said. Which is the whole point of the reason why we talk in any kind of language, communication. Oh, we're up 70 mile an hour now. Lovely. For how long for? That's the thing though. How long for? So, if anyone is watching, you can feel free to start thinking about what kind of truck, what brand of truck you'd like me to get once we get there. It's definitely going to be over the 150,000 to buy the first truck. For those that don't know, with the rules, I can't use a loan to buy my first truck on ATS or ATS 2. So it has to be freehold. Now we're back down to 65, are we? And once again, for anyone who wants to know what the competition between the two is, you can just type in !rule, R-U-L-E, into chat, and that'll give you the gist of it. Well, basically, it's the first one of the two I can get to owning 100 garages and have $100 million in the bank. Seeing which one is easier to make money, and they've all got their slight differences. And between the two games, like with ATS, I can drive longer before I need to sleep, so I can get more deliveries done that way. I get paid a little less, I've noticed. Well, it might be because what I'm delivering and the company I chose for deliver for. So the ATS trucks are more expensive than the ATS, so I can spend less or get more for my buck. But currently, after 5 streams, this is the 5th stream of this and 5 streams of ETS, ETS is actually well ahead. And I've done less deliveries, I know that for a fact. So how far we got to go? I'm not 11 hours. Why for you go slow? No, let me in, don't let me in then. Never mind, I'm going up a hill, I'll slow down. Not taking the risk. Not stopping for nobody, man. I've got to catch up to ETS2. I've already got a truck in ETS2 and I'm back up to 40,000 on the bank. So I'm hoping I'll get a lot closer with ATS. I mean, at the end of it, ATS might win by miles. It might be the easiest of the two to make a good amount of cash and everything like that, but I just don't know at the moment, and the favours in ETS. Currently. And hopefully I'll get to level up as well. I think I only leveled up once in ETS yesterday. I think I was already 2 levels ahead. 2 or 3s. The thing is once we can get our truck, maybe we can kick things along. Yeah, I do like the bumper view. Well, obviously that's why I alternate between the cabin view and the bumper view. Cabin view to give me the realism, and the bumper view so I can hear the roar of the engine better and see more of the scenery. And once we deliver this off, we'll be back into the cab view for the next one. Actually, we'll be in cab view for our very first delivery in our own truck. Also in this view I get a closer look at Jazzy Cat cars, just to see how much of a great model Jazzy Cat is, and does details and stuff like that. The cars and trucks. There's that pickup again. I thought we passed you. Did you find the accelerator finally, or did you manage to get a tailwind and a downhill? That how you got past me? Because you were going awfully slow before. I'm coming over, mate. You can wait. You got brakes. Oh, back in front of him again. Oh, it's miles and miles of nothing. Miles and miles of straight road. I don't think I could ever do this if I went to America. I'll just fall asleep on these roads being so straight. Just need to throw a little bit of a corner in here and there. Make the trip an hour longer, but hey, at least I know I won't fall asleep and crash into something. Keep me awake. Because I can't fathom the size really couldn't think from a small country. I've got no frame of reference, you know, people tell you that. It's like saying when, you know, people who don't realise that Australia is just or almost just as big, not that far off, as America, the size of the US. But the problem is with on atlases and that, what they do is they actually shrink the size of New Zealand and Australia, so you don't get a good reference there anyway. So it looks a lot smaller than it is, but it's absolutely, Australia's huge. Massive landmass. I mean, I'd love to. If, you know, didn't have a fear of flying, I would go there, or I had the money, or COVID wasn't terrorising the world. There's all those different ones. I would love to actually go to other countries. I love going to other places and seeing the sights and meeting people and seeing how they live and see the way, the differences and stuff like that. It amazes me, you know. It's just incredible that we're all a human being, but we're so different in so many aspects. And it's all about the environment you live in, where you come from, different ways of doing the same thing, seeing it. I just love that. It's amazing. And sometimes you learn like, oh well, you got a better way of doing something. Sometimes you learn that there's a different way that's just as good as you do it. And listening to people's stories and all that, I really get fascinated into that. But just to see, like going to New York or something, and just see the vastness, the size of a city like that, I'm sure I won't be able to comprehend it. I mean, I grew up in the biggest city in New Zealand, which land-wise, or area-wise, is the biggest city in the southern hemisphere. It's bigger than any cities in Australia in the area it covers. But we have the same amount of people in this country that live in Sydney alone in Australia. And admittedly, majority of that, probably about 70% of the population, live in Auckland, the big city. So you're looking at a city of about 3 million people, 3.5 million, whatever it is. Close to 4 maybe. But yeah, I'll be absolutely, I don't think my mind will be able to comprehend the scale of the size of a city. Or probably Sydney anyway. I mean, a lot more people, there'd be a lot more area. It's just more compact in area size. In New Zealand, we've got a lot more room to spread out because we've got hardly any people here and a bit of land to do it in. But yeah, but something like New York, I mean, my goodness me. Even when you get the overview shots or sky shots, you still can't, you know, you got no frame of reference to really go, well, that's huge. You go, oh, well, yeah, it looks huge because it goes off into this, but the actual graphs of the real scale of it, man. We've still got 10 hours to go. And the funny thing about this game is, like, you travel, say, I don't know, 200 miles. It literally only takes you 3 minutes in real life to drive it, but it does feel a lot longer than that. You do really get a sense that you've driven a long distance, even in time, when you really haven't. And that was only something I figured out about a month ago. I was actually playing ATS and I looked at it and I thought, oh, I've got to get off, I've got to go somewhere, I'll try and finish this delivery or go as long as I can. So I had about 5 minutes, and yeah, I didn't realise how many hundreds of kilometres, being Euro truck, I covered in that small amount of time in real life. Salt Lake, eh? Let's quickly drop off in there and see if we can get a land speed record for a truck. Another thing I probably wouldn't... Well, I'd like to see is like when you're doing big hauls like this, or going from one state to another state or something like that, how much traffic would actually be on the road? I would imagine, because of the distance... Oh, hello. Yeah, watch what you're doing, eh? Stop being lazy. I would imagine it'll be quite empty, but then again, a huge population, probably not. Then again, I suppose it depends on the state. You're going to make me slow right down going up a hill, aren't you? You are. You're going to make me lose all my momentum there. Okay. Yeah, put your foot down. That's the one. You've got a Nissan 6-cylinder in there, mate. You can get along a bit quicker than that. I'm going to find a straight and just jump out into external view, just have a look at the scenery. Or maybe not. I bet you I get called over for yet another way. Please pull over. Yeah, there we go. I'm thinking this heat and the amount of driving I would do, I would have been sweating. I should weigh less than the last time I actually got weighed. Alright, let's drop it down into the third gear to get started. Slow down. Woo there, horsey. Woo, 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 woo. Good boy, good boy. Hey, Dave. Hey, mate. Long time no talk. Usually a fair bit of traffic on the roads all the time. Yeah, well, I imagine so. You know, it's just... You're going with, I'm going with, you know, the distance and all that, I think logically like that, but I'm also going with the fact when we go for a big drive, say from Auckland to Wellington, which is the capital at the bottom of the North Island, which is about a 9-hour drive. Mainly get a 9-hour drive because we've got to go up hills, round corner, a lot of corners and all that kind of stuff. We don't get, but wrong gear. Stuff myself there. Obviously we don't get big long distances like this, we can have straight roads. Imagine it's probably a blessing even though, because imagine if there was a lot of corners in between and stuff like that, you take forever to get to where you want to go. But I mean, even then the traffic's not that bad, you know. There's long periods of time where you won't see, well, you'll see one car here and there. But I mean, I wouldn't be surprised you tell me what I'm seeing here now with the cars and all this would be pretty much a good representation of what it is like. Oh, we're back up to 70 mile an hour. Come on. Come on, truck. Come on. Don't make me blow on the windscreen to get you to go quicker. Come on. Anyway, how you been? Hope you've been keeping well, Dave. Actually might be able to make it into 13th gear with the 70 mile an hour speed limit. Depends how long it'll last. Knowing my luck as usual, which happens quite a bit, I finally get to the speed and the speed limit drops. 69. Come on, you can do it. 68. Okay, maybe reverse psychology. You can't do it. 67. No, don't make... It was reverse psychology. 66. I must be going uphill. $65. Actually, I was going to take a outside view. See, what did I say? the way it's going. By the time I do get to 70, I'll drop back down to 65. Oh, 70! Holy moly! Yeah, not too bad, mate. Freezing today. It actually feels like winter. I've got all the windows shut. It's moist too, so it makes it a lot colder. That's why I got the dehumidifier going. And the heater. Which ain't doing anything. The dehumidifier is too lazy, apparently. Doesn't like to work. But yeah, no, apart from that, it's been alright. It's been a lonely week streaming this week. I've actually hardly had anyone. I suppose it goes, you know, people, every streamer has that, they have a drop in viewers, but I suppose because I'm such a small channel with not that many followers and stuff, might drop down to 2 or something like that would be expected. No, oh, I tell you what, how the hell did I do that? How the heck did I not hit him? Well, we're up to 80 mile an hour. I am absolutely flabbergasted that I didn't have... I mean, I could literally get all the greatest minds in the world to calculate and run a formula to tell me how I didn't do that, but I'm sure they wouldn't be able to answer it either. You know what, instead of trying to figure out, just be grateful I didn't hit it and get a ticket and damage and stuff like that. But still, that was, oh, I don't know how that didn't end up in disaster. Actually, I think I do. I've had that happen in real life a couple of times. I remember coming round the corner one day on the way back from where I live now back to Auckland where I used to live, and came round this corner and this car had stopped, and I hit the brakes and I saw it and I just went in my head, I went, oh no, and then in my head went, I'm going to hit, there's nothing I can do about it, it's going to happen, and I just relaxed, and somehow I stopped before I ended up hitting that person. I don't know how, and that's happened a couple of times. It's almost like once you accept something's going to happen, then life decides, you know what, I won't let it happen then if you're going to expect it. I like to keep you on your toes, throw unexpected stuff at you, as life loves to do. Yeah, oh, well, yeah, I mean, I was getting used to having people around and chatting away and stuff like that, yeah, I was getting a bit used to it, but I mean, as you know, Dave, I'll do this if no one's watching anyway, just to give me something to do, because I've got to keep my mind occupied, and there's not that much things to keep me occupied except for games, and of course now games don't have the same. What, another one? Where, get off where? I would like to know. Oh, well, you tell me after I pass the blooming thing. Thanks very much. Yeah, so... yeah, like I said, I mean, I don't have the same thing for games as I used to. I don't get really as much enjoyment out of playing them, which is a real shame. But you know why, and a lot of people know why that is. Maybe one day it'll come back, I don't know. But games is the only thing that stops me from my mind wandering, and of course, if it does that, I'll start thinking about traumatic things from my past. So this is my therapy, and becoming harder to play them, streaming them at least. I get in there and I get actually, I sort of, with the streaming, I sort of get that big old excitement and stuff back, especially like with this. I look forward to the trucks playing this, and I can't do this when I'm not streaming. I just can't bring myself to play these. And Dyson's Fair program, I've been thoroughly enjoying streaming that and playing that more than I do when I've been playing that a bit actually off stream, but I get more enjoy doing this on streaming, so I'll just pretend that people are watching or people will turn up and keep doing it. So it's not too bad. It is when you're watching quite, like I said, when you're talking to quite a few people and get used to talking to people and people watching you, regardless how many it is, 1 or 2 people, 20 people, 200 people, I'm sure it's the same. And that sort of drops off. Obviously it will feel a bit slow because it's not the norm. But yeah, that's all I do. Just remind myself I'm a small channel. I might not be entertaining, or I might be entertaining. I might grow, I might not grow, but yeah, it's mainly more for my sanity and